Every team, every topic, everywhere. This is Believe.
What's up, hockey think tankers? Welcome to another Wednesday Short Shifts episode sponsored by Skate Tech. In case you didn't know, Skate Tech skate sharpening and equipment repair brings you NHL quality service at an affordable retail price. With over 23 years of sharpening and equipment customizing experience, Skate Tech serves as your personal equipment manager, providing the highest quality skate sharpening, blade profiling, team uniforms, and equipment alterations available on the market today. Let Skate Tech help you take your on-ice performance to the next level with the edge of pros trust. Check them out at skatetechsharpening.com.
Great job today, Jeffrey. Great job today. You brought the energy, and I'm going to bring the energy today too because it's Wednesday Short Shifts. 10 minutes are on the clock. Jeffrey Jehu Lavecchio has no idea what the topic is going to be, but should you choose to accept this challenge, we are going to have a fun time today. Are you ready?
Hit me. Let's go, baby.
Okay. So every Tuesday, so with all the youth organizations that we work with the youth blueprint that we do, every Tuesday we do a coach's call. So right around lunchtime, any of the coaches of any of the clubs that we work with have access to hop on with us once a week and talk hockey. So we'll pick like a specific topic and just kind of have a bunch of awesome coaches just collaborate, share ideas, and it's a lot of fun. And so we did one a couple weeks ago, and I wanted to bring this up because my dad was on the call actually, and there's another guy on there named Richie Russo, awesome guy from Boston. And he texted me afterwards because my dad said something to the effect of like our players that like growing up, some of the teams that we had really good thinkers. Like our players were really good thinkers. They understood the game. And so Richie reached out to me and was like, well, what did he mean by that? What does it like being a good thinker of the game means? And I thought it would be a really cool short shift. Like, what does a smart hockey player mean? Like what do we see in players that were like, oh, they get it. They understand it. They have a high hockey IQ. They have a high hockey sense, things like that. What does that mean? What does that look like? So I thought it was a really interesting thing to bat around with you here today.
Yeah, I like that. Well, from the players side, I think that like all the guys that when I think about like the guys who are the best hockey thinkers, not stinkers, they were analytical. They were analytical and they were hungry to get better. So like, after a play happened, they're thinking or watching video and they're like, well, could I have done anything better? Or could I have been in a better position? Like they're actually like students of the game. You know, they're not puck chasers. They're trying to play chess when everyone else is playing checkers. You know, a lot of players, like they think very one-dimensionally, but I think like people like you, like Staz, like I tried to be towards the end of my career. It wasn't just react, play. It was like, okay, if I do this, that guy's going to do that. So if I know he's going to do that from when I'm doing the first thing, well, I'm going to go here now because I'm pushing him over there or whatever, right? You're not just thinking one dimensionally. You're thinking, okay, like 2 steps from now, where's that taking that to? And obviously like that's where, you know, playing with guys like you and Staz, I got to learn so much where when I was younger, it was just react. And, you know, you skate yourself into the corner. What are you doing, you idiot? you know? And when you play with guys like you, it's like, well, why did you go over there? And it's like, well, you knew the puck was going to go over there. And I was like, well, how did you know that? Well, my experience, when this happens, the puck is going to go over there in 2 steps from now. So I'm just going to go over there right now, you know? And so I think it's guys who are actually and girls who are actually analytical about what's happening in the game, what has happened. They take their previous experiences and they play averages and things like that and try and extrapolate things out that happen all the time. Also, like they're always asking questions. When I started scoring more and more goals, it was, and I've talked about this on the podcast all the time, it's when I started talking to my goalies. Hey, when I score on you, why is it hard? And when you like read me, what am I doing that you're reading? So now like what I'm talking about first, like just reaction, not a thinker, is I'm coming down and I'm just trying to shoot it as hard as I can and beat the goalie. But like a thinker is asking the goalie, hey, when saves are easy on me, what are you seeing? Oh, so you're seeing that? Okay, well now I'm going to show you that, but I'm not going to give you that. I'm going to give you something else because I'm trying to play checkers or chess on you. You know what I'm saying?
I do. And it's funny, we are going to agree on a lot of what you said, but I'll also disagree. No, I shouldn't say disagree, but I'm going to throw something else at you because a lot of the players that I know or have played with are not analytical at all.
Really?
But they're great in the moment at read and react. Awesome at they just play because they love the game and they play. And
you don't think that their brain is like thinking about things in the past and it's just so much quicker?
So there's a difference. Okay. So this is good that we're having this conversation right now because I have a lot of players who actually had less hockey sense when they were being more analytical. They weren't just reading, reacting, and playing the game. So I've had players that very much care, very much are students of the game, very much want to know the why, all that kind of stuff. And sometimes it is a hindrance to them.
It made them slower.
It made them think way slower because now they're trying to analyze every situation. They're trying to, this play has to be the best play. It's so much on their mind that they're not just playing. Right. And so while I do agree with you that I think most of the best players that have been the smartest that I've been around are very curious. I think that would be a word I would use for a lot of them is they're curious and they are asking questions, but at the same time, not so overly analytical where they don't just, read and react.
Right. I know what you're saying.
Just play.
I know what you're saying, but I think like in your brain, this is what I would think, like, because something is happening in your brain that you're able to make you and Staz and, guys who Joe Thornton, like, all these guys who like, they make these like different reads and things like that. I think that in their brain, it's gotta be something is influencing that decision. Do you think it's just a feel or like, you know what I'm saying? Like
it depends on the player. It really depends on the player. For I can just speak to myself,
right?
And I would imagine Staz is probably pretty similar. Like it was feel and it was muscle memory from and that's why I think when we talk about like hockey sense, that's why I think unstructured play is so incredibly important to the development of hockey sense because you're getting reps in unstructured environments that don't look exactly like what's happening in the game, and you can read and react off of those things. And then if you do have the curiosity to understand what macro is going on in a game, then you're able to kind of have pattern recognition and understand kind of like the fluency of the game while also being able to read and react to situations because not every play was created the same.
Right.
Not every situation was created the same. And so I think when I think of like a thinker, it's the ability to anticipate. Really, at the end of the day, it's the ability to anticipate. And for like scouts out there, one of the things that they really look at when they're evaluating somebody's talent is how often do they touch the puck and how often do they have the puck on their stick. Why? Because that is a great window into their anticipatory skills. Is this player getting into spots so when their teammate gets the puck, they're open where they can get the puck? Do they know how to close on a player and take away time and space, anticipate where that player is going, anticipate where that puck is going defensively, so now we can go and kill, play quick, and we can get going the other way? So I think a lot of it is anticipation skills, being able to read the pattern recognition of what hockey tends to look like, but also be able to shade in the colors of gray when it's not so black and white.
Right. No, totally. I think the pattern recognition, though, that part of it is like, that's like kind of what I'm talking about. It's like you've been in these situations before. So like when you're reacting, you react quicker. And it's not like you're like really good thinkers. It's like they're reacting quicker because they're able to connect that and recognize that pattern. So they're like, oh, I'm going over here. And it's just like, it's instantaneous. It's just like, this is the play. And it's a feel and it's from their previous experiences. And maybe they're not like sitting down and like doing a math problem, analytical, writing it out, but like they see that and it's happening so quickly that they're like, here's the play. And it's right like all the time.
Yeah, no, I think that's certainly a part of it, but it is interesting when you were saying that. I'm thinking of like 4 or 5 players that I coached
who overanalyze and then play slower.
Who it was like, buddy, stop asking me questions.
Just
like,
play.
are you a good hockey player? Yes. Go, like,
Yeah.
I need you to just go play, because when you think about it, like reaction time and how fast you can think it is a very good indicator of hockey sense, and how fast you can anticipate different things. And when you're over analyzing everything, you're taking away that speed of judgment, right? You're taking away
Yes.
that speed of analyzing what's going on out on the ice. And so when you were saying that, while I agree with you, I will agree with you to a certain extent. I think we're on the same page with
Yes.
it now. But yeah, it's and so when you think about like players that can think the game, think of anticipation, understanding, Gretzky's big thing. It's not where the puck is, it's where the puck's going. That's what made him the best player, the best hockey thinker in the world. And that's why I do believe you get a lot of that in unstructured play. Just being able to play the game with it. Yes, you need coaching. Like, let's not go so far the other way, but like, you got to be able to play the game and anticipate through unstructured play. It's a huge part of it.
Love it. Share the show, baby.
All right, guys. Good work. Share the show.
If you like the show, please take a moment to rate, review, and subscribe. It really does help the show to grow. Thank you for listening.